Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I call myself a soul therapist and an intuitive. I am here to help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. And today we are going to be diving into your October 2019, checking out the tarot cards, asking what kind of information do you need to know to best navigate your October? What are the overarching themes and what messages do the angels have for you? So we are going to be diving into the cards and taking a peek at what your messages are. So let's first start with what is the overarching theme that you might expect for this October 2019 for you Leos. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the Ten of Water, okay? So this is a great month for you if you are a single Leo to start a new relationship, to meet someone new, to connect with someone new. Anyone that you may connect with this month, this is suggesting will be a positive relationship in your life, a trustworthy relationship in your life. I feel like there have been some issues in regard to trust recently, and that's been a big concern. So understand that anybody that you are connecting with, as long as that feels good on a soul level, that you can trust them. And this is the beginning of shaking things up and beginning a new pattern around this. This is also connected with friendships as well, or family relationships. I feel like this is a great month for you to connect on a deeper level within any relationships that you have, whether it's romantic, family, friendship, or even to meet people who are soul family friendships and things like that. So understand that you're going to be connecting with these beautiful and trustworthy people, or recognizing the people in your life that are trustworthy and are reliable and that you can trust. And I think that it's kind of the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of you're beginning to look at the world differently. You're beginning to view people differently, and maybe beginning to have a little bit of hope that people can be trusted, and that there is hope for your relationships moving forward into the future. So let's take a look at what barriers you might expect throughout this month. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so here we have the Four of Earth reversed. Okay, so you've got to be aware of either how you're spending your money or how you're not spending your money. This is about holding on to your money too tightly or being too frivolous with the money that you have and just spending, overspending the money that you have and not focusing at all on saving money or being responsible in terms of making sure that you have enough money to cover your bills. So this is really about taking a step back and taking a look at how you're spending or how you're not spending and what is it that you need to do. So if you've been holding on to your money very tightly, if you've not been spending really much money at all and you've been saving, also take a look at that, because if you're holding on to your money too tightly, that does begin to create an energy of lack. And when there's an energy of lack, you are not going to be manifesting the kind of abundance and money into your experience that you can when you more freely spend that money with the understanding that you have all the money that you need, and any money that you spend will arrive back into your experience and then some. So sometimes we've got to spend a little bit of money to invite more abundance into our life, and then sometimes we've got to get ourselves in check because we've been doing a little bit too much spending with that money. So ask yourself where you're at with that, and what do you need to do to get yourself back into a better energy around abundance and money and finances this month. So let's take a look at what advice do the angels have for you. Okay, so again, you know, we've got some energy around money. The Seven of Earth reversed. Earth cards are connected with money and earthly possessions and these kinds of things, okay? This card is suggesting that you've been worrying too much. Maybe worrying too much about money, maybe worrying about opportunities, maybe worrying about some situations in your life. And this is really saying any pause that you are experiencing, any thing that feels like you're being in an area maybe in your life that you feel like you're being blocked in, anything like that is just temporary. It's just a temporary pause in action, and any worrying that you're doing around this is unnecessary. So in fact, you want to make sure that you release that and you just say, you know what, I've planted the seeds that I need to plant. I've done what I need to do, and now I'm just going to set my intentions and allow God, the universe, to allow that to arrive into my experience. So any pauses, any blocks that you're experiencing are simply because maybe divine timing, maybe we're waiting on divine timing, or maybe something better is coming your way and you have to wait a little bit longer for that something better to come in. So there's all kinds of reasons for that, but this is absolutely a temporary pause in action. Don't worry, release that worry, stop putting energy into that so that you aren't blocking yourself. Let's take a look at what's going well for you for this month. Okay. So here we have the Page of Air, okay? So the Page of Air is all about information being delivered to us in a way that maybe is not our preferred way of information being received. Maybe it's delivered without tact. Maybe it's delivered without any kind of, I don't know, softness to it, right? Maybe it's just really very direct. But what's important here is that you don't allow yourself to get too thrown off by what's being delivered to you, by the information that's given to you, because sometimes we can react to the way that it was delivered rather than the information that was delivered, and we can ignore the information that was delivered. Understand that whatever it is that you're being told by someone who is delivering it without tact is doing so because it's necessary for them to do so. Maybe it's just their style, but they were meant to deliver this information for you. So don't discount the information that is being provided to you because you don't like somebody's delivery on that, okay? This is also suggesting to me that you are going to hear that you are going to receive a message about a particular situation that you've been wondering about, that you've been wanting clarity on for quite some time. And again, it's just a matter of making sure that you don't, respond to the way that the message is delivered and not hear the message, because it is an important message for you to receive. It is an important message for your life and your best life path. So making sure that you allow this information to, allow yourself to be open to hearing this information and to considering its possibility, even if you don't like the way that it's delivered, okay? But I feel like you will do that and you'll do well with that, but I just think that you're going to take a little bit of a pause and respond to that. I also think that maybe with this being falling in the what's going well section, that this can be representative of you. So this can be suggesting that you are working on a better delivery of things, that you are working on maybe choosing your words more carefully and expressing yourself more carefully. And this is really that acknowledgement from the universe that you're trying and that the angels see that, and you're doing a good job with that. So if you've been making some efforts with that, this is your acknowledgement that you are making progress. So let's talk about what else do you need to know for this month. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the King of Air, okay? So I want you to be aware of how much time you're spending in your head, how much time you're spending worrying, how much time you're focusing on what's not going well. And if you find that you are just having a really hard time breaking out of a negative thinking pattern, maybe breaking out of like this repeating cycle of the things that you're saying to you, maybe reach out for some help, whether that's just with a friend that you trust, whether it's with a therapist, whether it's with a coach, whatever it is, whether it's with someone from your church, anything. Reaching out and just having a conversation with somebody that you trust and maybe beginning to bounce some ideas off of them. Because I think that sometimes we get so stuck in our own thinking patterns and the way that we're viewing the world that we need someone else's perspective to be offered just to kind of help shake up the way that we're viewing that, to help us to see it from a different perspective. And so I feel like somebody is going to come along and kind of help you to see things from a different perspective. So you want to invite that into your life, and you want to make sure that you are seeking that out, especially if you're finding yourself spending too much time in your head this month, which I think we might expect a little of, unless you are working really, really hard on your thinking, because that is some of the energy that we have for you coming through for this month. So we are also going to do a card from my fairy deck right here. So we'll take a peek at what else do we need to know? What is another theme that you might expect to see in this month of October 2019? So let's see what we got here. Okay, so new locations. So for any of you that are looking to move, whether that's your home, your business, you know, seeking a different job, anything, there's going to be a change in location. This can also be a change in your emotional location, right? So you might be doing a lot of processing. It feels like you're going to be spending a lot of time in your head this month. And on the other side of that, you may find that you have moved your vibrational set point. Okay, so you have raised your vibration, you are feeling more positive, you're feeling better. So this is all about forward moving movement. So you're going to find yourself in some way, shape, or form, whether that's emotionally, whether that's physically, whether that's spiritually, whatever, in a new location. And this feels better to me. This feels like a raised vibration. This feels really positive. So I'm excited about this for you guys, and I think that that is coming as we head toward the end of this month and as you do this work that you're doing through this month. So those are your messages for October 2019, Leos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Christy Forsyth. If you want to learn more about me or about any of my services that I offer, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. And make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps to support the channel, and you get updates on any videos that I add to the channel. So thanks so much for watching today, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care, guys.